1 year ago, on October 7th, 2023, the people of Israel and Palestine awoke to news of terrible violence and loss of life. The attacks of Hamas and the subsequent bombardment of Gaza by the Israeli military have devastated families, whole generations, and entire communities. Over the past year, tens of thousands of deaths have been added to the initial loss of October 7th, especially in Gaza and the West Bank. War has spilled over into the region, most recently between Hezbollah in Lebanon and Israeli forces in the north of Israel, and today further expansion has been reported. The majority of the victims, which is covered less often in our news media, have been women, children, seniors, and other non-combatants. For many people in Israel and Palestine, October 7th has never ended. Families around the world anxiously await word of loved ones still held hostage or imprisoned without charges. In Gaza, catastrophic damage to hospitals, schools, places of worship, roads, and houses have made much of this land uninhabitable. In the West Bank, less often in our news, reports of increased settler violence have sowed great fear. In Jerusalem, tension and suspicion between Israeli and Palestinian neighbors is palpable. Even in our own country, the rise in words and acts of hatred against Jewish, Muslim, and Arab and Middle Eastern communities has been alarming. The people of the Holy Land and the rest of the world are still waiting for an October 8th that would allow for healing and rebuilding to begin. We believe that every human being is made in the image of God and is precious and irreplaceable. We grieve this violence and loss of life with all people of the Holy Land and with the Palestinian community of the ELCA, our Jewish and Muslim neighbors, and all who live in fear, pain, and anguish. We believe the presence and love of God in Jesus Christ can always be found in the places of the cross. Wherever violence, injustice, and death seem to have the last word, God is there and has not abandoned the people. In part, we know this because of the very first Christians who also came from the Holy Land. Today, our strong partnership and solidarity with our partner church, the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Jordan and the Holy Land, recognizes that this suffering church has worked tirelessly to be a source of God's love and hope for its neighbors through nonviolent work for justice and peace in education, healthcare, environmental and gender justice, diaconia ministry, and much, much more. Its work has only expanded in this difficult last year, and we continue in our efforts to support this church and its partners in their crucial gospel response to their communities. Our faith is in the God who turned the cross into an empty tomb, the God who, as the psalmist writes, makes wars to cease to the end of the earth, breaks the bow and shatters the spear, burns the shields with fire. We lift our prayers of lament with unceasing hope for an end to this war and a permanent, just solution for the people of Palestine and Israel. Join me in these prayers and in raising our voices to decision makers to urge them to be peacemakers. May the people of the Holy Land and the Middle East and all God's people awake to a new day of justice, healing, and peace. May it be so.